To go over ingredient, I have 1 pound of bacon, about 1.5 pounds of beef. This is chuck roast that I cubed up. Need a 1/2 pound of tomatillos, 1/2 pound of roma tomatoes, about 1/2 of a bunch of cilantro chopped up, 1/2 of an onion chopped up, 2 serranos. Now, if the serranos are too spicy for you, you could substitute that for jalapeno or not use them at all. You could use a bell pepper if you don't want it spicy. And then to add a nice flavor, we're gonna be adding in our Mexican MSG. This is beef bouillon. And finally, we will need some beans. I got a fresh pot of beans that I just cooked up here, so probably need a couple scoops of that, just depending on how much beans you want in your guys' caldo. All right, to start off, we're gonna put in our tomatoes and our tomatillos into a blender. We're gonna add 2 cups of water. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and blend this. I kind of want this a little chunky, so we're gonna leave it like that. All right, in our pot, we're gonna bring this to about medium heat. Let this come to temperature. First, we're gonna start off by putting in our bacon. We're gonna spread this around. Now we're gonna cook this for quite a bit. We wanna make sure that we render out all that fat and also get this bacon nice and crispy. All right, now that we have our bacon all broken up, we're gonna let this go for a few minutes. Like I said, we wanna render all that fat, and also we wanna get some crispy bacon. So I'll catch up with you guys in about a few minutes. All right, now that we have all that fat rendered and our bacon is nice and crispy, we're gonna go ahead and take this out. Remove our bacon. Okay, so I'm gonna be removing some of this bacon grease. I do save my bacon grease. I'm just gonna leave a little bit there at the bottom just to fry up our beef. All right, so now we're gonna add in our beef. Okay, so we're gonna season with some garlic salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. Hit it with a little bit more garlic salt. All right, we're gonna get a nice sear on this, and then once we get a good color on our beef, then we'll start adding in the rest of our ingredients. Now that we got a little bit of moisture in there, you want to go ahead and scrape the bottom, get some of that fond off, add some flavor into our mixture here. All right, now that we have a good color on our beef, we're gonna go ahead and add in our onions, serranos, cilantro. Now add in our tomatoes and tomatillos. Okay, I'm gonna bump the temperature to about medium high so that way we can recover our heat. Okay, now we'll add in our consommé de res. Squeeze in the juice of 1/2 of a lime. So at this point, now we're gonna be able to check how much beans we're gonna need, just to kind of fill in the gaps. We got a little bit of juice in there. Now I did end up cooking 1 pound of beans, but we might not need the whole thing. I think that's about it right there. Make it nice and full. That way you get a little bit of ingredients for each scoop. So we'll let this come to temperature, and then we'll add in our bacon at the end and just check for seasoning. And that pretty much is done. Add a little bit more beans. Now we get a little mixture of like everything in there. I want to say about 1/2 pound of the beans is what I added in there. All right, so we're gonna just let this come to temperature. Let all these flavors just marry with each other. Then we'll add in the bacon and we'll just check for seasoning. Now that our food is coming up to a boil, go ahead and add in our bacon. Let some of that bacon flavor get in there. And we're gonna let this cook for about another, say, 6 minutes or so. Tell you what, folks, this is smelling really good. So I'm gonna just let this go for a few more minutes. Let all these flavors just marry with each other. Get some of that bacon flavor in there. Hopefully get a nice kick out of that serrano. It's gonna be good, some good stuff right here, folks. All right, I'm gonna cover just a little bit with the lid. See you guys in about 6 or 7 minutes. All right, so it's been about 6 minutes or so. It smells delicious, folks. Now all we gotta do right now is just check for seasoning. I'm gonna start eating. Get some of that broth, some of the ingredients. Nope, we're perfect right here. Just check for seasoning. If you feel like it needs more seasoning, add a little bit more salt. But where I'm at right now, we're good. I really do appreciate dishes like this. Growing up, when my grandma would make just, a concoction like this, it just starts off a great morning. Smells good. Cheers, y'all. Perfectly seasoned. Savory, tarty, a little kick from the serranos. Some really good stuff. I'll leave the full recipe in the video description. You guys gotta try this, some really good stuff. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. Now, I got recipes right here. They're really good. You should try them out. Y'all be beautiful. God bless.